Okay, welcome. This is just a little nugget from the CityHub Phase 2 fellowship that we had with students recently, and I'm just going to do a topic specifically on Unreal 5.6 Mixamo Terribilis conversion. So, if you're wondering what that is, I've got some learning objectives here for you, but essentially it's to help you not have weird bone orientation issues when you're bringing in animation from the platform called Mixamo, and so that you can bring it in and not have issues. That's really why I am doing this demo. So, let me kind of show you a preview of what we're doing. We're bringing in an animation from source and then going to put it on the original mannequin skeleton, but then also how to put it on a MetaHuman without having any issues. So let's dive in. And in a word, I just want to mention that this conversion process, it only works if you are on a Windows desktop computer. Mac, there is not support for that with this specific download. So if you're on a Mac, then there's other ways that you can do retargeting and getting animation to work. But for what I'm going over, this is for a Windows workflow. The first thing I want to do is just show you what Mixamo is. It's something you can sign up for free, or you can log in with your Adobe account. And I am just going to work on that and come right back. Okay, now I have uploaded the mannequin skeleton that you need to work with Unreal Engine a lot. And so it shows up by default for me personally, but I'm going to show you how to get this preview mannequin in here, which is an essential step. But I mean, let's just explore a little bit. We've got this guy who's walking. You can search for, I like dance, look for some dance stuff. And maybe I want to put this hip hop move onto a character. So I mentioned a Mixamo converter. So let me show you how to find that so we can upload this mannequin into the previewer so it'll download properly. So I'm going to do the plus new tab in my browser, type in Mixamo converter, and then it's the first link. And this tool is free. There's just advertisements you have to deal with. And so, as it says, animations generated by Mixamo are not fully compatible with Unreal, but this person fixes it. And if you go to exclusively available on the launcher, and you do a direct download, you do the download. Okay. Open that up. And then you do the Studio Launcher. Okay, extract all. And then you can go into the Terribilis Studio Launcher executable. And it says, are you sure? You say yes, run anyway. Okay, and if it wants you to update, say sure. Okay, and then it pops up. And there's lots of advertising cookies. But in order to get to the Mixamo converter, I scroll down, Mixamo converter to Unreal Engine. Click on that. And now we can download that. Okay, application is ready. We'll hit play. It will open up. You left click to continue. and enter the conversion process. And what this software is really good at is it stores some FBXs that are compatible with Unreal Engine. And we're going to use that and upload it to Mixamo first of all. That will be step one. So let me show you where this lives on my computer because we'll need to know that. So if I go to my specific folder where I saved this, okay, so mine is called Terravilla Studio 11.11.24. Here's the launcher. And if I go into Mixamo Converter, there's some mannequins in here. So if I grab the Manny Unreal Engine 5 and go to my Mixamo website and I upload a character, if I drag that in, you'll be caught up to me and you'll have a mannequin. Because originally it's just a blue or a red character and it's not fully compatible. There we go. Now we have our mannequin. Great. So we can preview it on the asset it's going to go on. And then we'll hit next. And we will proceed with this new character. I mean, it's the same one. Okay. And I have the B-Boy hip hop move. And then if I want to download it for Unreal Engine, we'll do the download button. Okay. And I don't want the skin. I'm going to say without skin because I just want the bone moving information. And then I do want to reduce the keyframes because sometimes people, if they just have all of the data, it's too much, especially if it's a longer animation and then there's an error importing. So I changed that to uniform. And then if you're doing animation, you'll usually change this to 24 FPS, but if it's a game cinematic, maybe you would still keep it in 30. And higher quality projects, there's a 60 frames per second option. Okay, so FBX without skin, uniform, 24 frames per second. I'm going to download. So that showed up in my downloads folder. Hip hop dance right here. And then the Mixamo converter, it has like a queue. It has a folder where it looks for new animations and it has a folder for the converted animations, because if I were to just try and bring this into Unreal, there could be issues. So let's say open the folder with original animations. And this is a new version that I installed just for you guys. So let me put it in this new one. Okay, so here's my robot hip hop dance. It's in the incoming folder. And then there's the outgoing folder. All right, and then it recognizes that the robot hip hop dance is there. And I like to give the distinction of .ue5 versus .ue4. And then if I click here to convert the animations, then I have it showing up in the outgoing FBX file. Okay. And then there's instructions about how to import the file.